Welcome to MovieLearning. My name is Manfred van Doorn, and today's subject is the tension between the older generation going for a result and security and the younger generation going for principle and individual choice. We are going to be looking at two scenes, one from Pride and Prejudice and one from Love, Rosie. Pride and Prejudice plays in the 1800s and is about Lizzie Bennet, who is one of 5 daughters from a family that is not very rich. They live in a property that they could have inherited better if there was a son, but because there's no son, the daughters will need to marry a rich man in order to stay secure. Lizzie just turned down a marriage proposal from a man who offered her security and prosperity, and it makes her mother crazy. So she runs away, and the mother goes for the father and says, "I need your help in this."
All in an uproar. You must come and make Lizzie marry Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins has proposed to Lizzie, but she vows she will not have him. And now the danger is Mr. Collins may not have Lizzie.
What am I to do?
Well, come and talk to her. Now! Tell her you insist upon them marrying.
Papa, please.
You will have this house.
I can't marry
And
him.
save your sisters from destitution.
I can't.
Go back now and say you've changed your mind.
No.
Think of your family.
You cannot make me.
Mr. Bennett, say something.
So, your mother insists on you marrying Mr. Collins.
Yes, or I shall never see her again.
And Lizzie, from this day onward, you must be a stranger to one of your
Who
parents.
will maintain you when your father is dead?
Your mother will never see you again if you do not marry Mr. Collins, and I will never see you again if you do.
Mr. Bennett.
Thank you, Papa.
This is a revolutionary moment because until then, marriage was a planned, strategic happening and nobody was marrying out of love. Lizzie is standing up for what she believes in so clear and so powerful that she inspires and convinces her father. Her father has been representing the old power structure up till now. He is willing to change and support Lizzie in her development. This is a strong symbolization of the structure of power that we can visualize in the double helix power cross. Top-down and bottom-up interactions are between people with unequal status and power. They are looking for vertical alignment. And horizontal relationships are between equals. They are using engagement and influence instead of power and force. When we look at the scene from Love, Rosie, we can see a similar dynamic at play in a more modern-day setting. Here also, the younger daughter is fighting for her right to make her own decisions.
You can't. I mean, who'll do your washing? You'll never eat. It's ridiculous.
They have food in America, Mum, and I'm guessing washing machines.
It's so far away. Talk to her, Dennis.
Did you ever want more, Dad?
Do you know what your grand's favourite phrase was? Not for the likes of us. When you told us of your plan, it was the first thing that popped into my head. I could hear her voice in the room saying it. I don't want that voice in your head, ever.
Here, let me... I want my own hotel one day. Is it crazy to think like that?
I've been winging it with you for 18 years, pretending I was the one in charge. You're amazing, Rosie. There's nothing you can't do if you put your mind to it.
But if I go to Boston, Mum will never speak to me again.
Well, if you don't go, I won't. The choice is yours.
Dennis.
Do me a favour. Come back and take that prick's job.
Her mother and father are in a vertical relationship to their daughter. The mother represents the old power dynamic, limiting the daughter in her free will and self-expression. The father represents the more permissive top-down power, willing to listen to the bottom-up transformation and to engage in horizontal interactions. These fathers and daughters are no longer opposing top-down and bottom-up forces, but they have grown towards each other and engage with each other in a more horizontal relationship. The parents in these clips will have to do some damage control. They will need to reassess their values and try to get a new alignment. Both mothers have some authentic worries and they should be addressed. So there are a few takeaways from these scenes. From the bottom-up revolutionary persons, there is the need to find support and understanding with the people who are in top-down power. But also the people in top-down power need to learn to listen to the revolutionary forces trying to change society and trying to change organizations, because otherwise there will be no more development. It asks courage from the revolutionaries, but it also asks a lot of courage from the people in power to learn to listen and to go along with the new forces in order to have transformation instead of stagnation. When you find yourself in a bottom-up position fighting for what you believe in against an existing power structure, you can ask yourself the following questions. Is this a battle that you feel you need to pick? Do you have the courage to do so? And what are you willing to sacrifice? When you are in a top-down position and someone is challenging your existing status quo, ask yourself, why are you resisting the change? What are your worries and fears? Are you willing to be transformed? Are you willing to engage in a more horizontal dialogue? Are you able to listen to those who are brave enough to question the structure you represent? For all parties concerned, on any level, it is vital to navigate towards a mutual solution and find a new balance between the horizontal and vertical alignment. This was Movie Learning. See you next time.